Which Duggars are pregnant? 2025 baby boom is in full swing. It's shaping up to be a busy year for the Duggar women, as another baby boom appears to be in full swing. The year began with the arrival of twins Elsie and Emma Duggar. Caitlin Nakatsu and Jedidiah Duggar added their daughters in January. Since their initial announcement last year, there have been a few more. They are the only couple who welcome twins, as the other Duggar women have had single births. Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar currently have over 30 grandchildren and counting. Here's what we know about the Duggar grandchildren being born in 2025. Which Duggar women are currently pregnant? Currently, 2 Duggar daughters are expecting and 1 Duggar daughter-in-law. Jinger Duggar and Jeremy Volo will welcome their 3rd child any day. She shared her 38-week bump and is less than 2 weeks from her due date. They are welcoming a baby boy after already having 2 daughters. Hannah Wisman and Jeremiah Duggar are expecting their 3rd child this spring. After welcoming 2 daughters, they revealed they are adding another girl to their family. Hannah is due later this spring. Jessa Duggar recently revealed she is expecting her 6th child with her husband, Ben Seawald. The couple has 3 sons and 2 daughters at home already. The former counting on Star teased she was already halfway through her pregnancy, which means she is due sometime later this summer. With the confirmed pregnancies and Jed and Katie's twins, 5 new Duggar grandchildren will be added this year. Which Duggar women could be pregnant? There is speculation that Jonna Duggar and Stephen Wisman could be expecting their 1st child. The couple was in Hawaii to celebrate a wedding, and a dress she had on hinted she could be hiding a bump. Kendra Caldwell and Lauren Swanson are always on the list for could be pregnant. They have stepped out of the spotlight and no longer announce pregnancies or births. They could both be expecting this year, which wouldn't cause anyone to bat an eye. Maddie Grace Jones and Jason Duggar were married in October, and many expected a pregnancy announcement already. However, that is not the case. The couple was in Hawaii for the wedding, and it doesn't appear that an announcement will come soon. It will be a big year for the Duggar family. Baby watch is on for Jinger Duggar, and in the coming months, more babies will arrive. According to Jill and Derek, the decision to prioritize the family's TV career over academic pursuits became increasingly apparent as the years went on. They allege that while the younger Duggar kids received some level of instruction during their elementary years, the quality and depth of their education diminished as the family became more entrenched in the world of entertainment. By middle school age, most of the children were no longer receiving structured lessons or engaging in rigorous academic work. Instead, they were often pulled into various responsibilities related to the show, from helping film episodes to participating in promotional activities, that left little room for intellectual growth outside their immediate environment. This lack of advanced schooling is particularly striking given the large number of children involved. With 19 siblings spanning different ages and stages of development, one might expect a diverse range of educational needs. However, Jill suggests that the family's approach to homeschooling grew less consistent over time, especially after the reality show gained momentum. She recalls feeling unprepared for certain real-world challenges because she had limited exposure to subjects typically covered in higher grades, such as advanced mathematics, science, literature, and history. Without these foundational skills, transitioning into adulthood proved difficult, requiring her to play catch-up later in life. Derek echoes Jill's concerns, emphasizing that the absence of a robust education wasn't just a matter of missed opportunities, but also reflected broader systemic issues within the family dynamic. He points out that the constant presence of cameras and production crews created an environment where appearances took precedence over substance. In order to maintain their wholesome image, the Duggars may have prioritized superficial achievements, such as completing chores, adhering to dress codes, and memorizing Bible verses, over fostering critical thinking, creativity, and independent problem-solving abilities. As a result, many of the children struggled to adapt to situations that required skills beyond what they had been taught at home. Critics of the Duggar's methods argue that this imbalance between public perception and private reality raises ethical questions about the role of parents in ensuring their children receive a well-rounded education. While homeschooling can be a valid choice for families who wish to tailor learning experiences to their specific beliefs and circumstances, it also comes with significant responsibility. Parents must ensure that their curriculum meets state-mandated standards and provides students with the tools they need to succeed academically and professionally. By neglecting these obligations, critics say, the Duggars potentially compromised their children's futures in favor of short-term media success. It's worth noting that Jill and Derek are not the first members of the Duggar family to speak out about the challenges associated with growing up under such intense scrutiny. Several of Jill's siblings have shared similar sentiments in interviews and social media posts, describing feelings of isolation, confusion, and frustration as they navigated adolescence without access to resources commonly available in traditional schools. Some have even distanced themselves from the family entirely, seeking new paths that allow them to explore interests and ambitions stifled during their formative years. Despite these criticisms, supporters of the Duggars defend their parenting decisions, pointing to the strong sense of community and shared purpose instilled in each child. They argue that the family's emphasis on faith, hard work, and mutual support laid a solid foundation for personal growth, even if it came at the expense of formal academics. Additionally, proponents of homeschooling note that success cannot always be measured by diplomas or test scores. Life skills, emotional resilience, and spiritual grounding are equally important factors in shaping well-adjusted adults. Nevertheless, Jill and Derek's comments underscore the complexities inherent in balancing fame and family. On one hand, the Duggars achieved remarkable financial stability and national recognition through their involvement in reality television. On the other hand, the sacrifices required to sustain that visibility appear to have had lasting consequences for the next generation. For Jill, speaking openly about these issues represents both a form of catharsis and a call for accountability. She hopes her story will encourage others to reflect critically on the trade-offs involved in pursuing public attention and consider whether the benefits truly outweigh the costs. Looking ahead, the conversation surrounding the Duggars' educational practices serves as a reminder of the importance of safeguarding children's rights and welfare, regardless of their family's chosen lifestyle. It prompts us to ask difficult questions. How do we define success for young people? What role should external influences, such as media exposure, play in shaping their trajectories? And perhaps most crucially, how can we strike a balance between preserving cultural traditions and equipping future generations with the knowledge and skills necessary to thrive in an increasingly complex world? As the dust settles on this latest chapter in the Duggar saga, one thing remains clear: the legacy of *19 Kids and Counting* extends far beyond its original run. Whether viewed as a cautionary tale or a testament to resilience, the experiences of Jill, Derek, and their siblings offer valuable insights into the delicate interplay between ambition, identity, and opportunity. Their voices remind us that behind every headline lies a human story, one deserving of empathy, understanding, and thoughtful reflection. Jill Duggar Dillard, once a prominent figure in the Duggar family's reality TV empire, has taken a bold step in sharing her personal story through her memoir, Counting the Cost. In this deeply personal book, Jill opens up about her struggles, the rigid rules of her upbringing, and the emotional toll of stepping away from her family's belief system. However, while the book has been met with support from some readers and fans, it has also sparked controversy within the Duggar family itself. In a recent interview, Jill revealed that although some of her siblings have publicly distanced themselves from her book, others have secretly expressed their support. They have to be careful, she admitted, acknowledging the immense pressure within the family to remain loyal to their parents and the teachings they were raised with. The Duggars' strict upbringing. Jill Duggar Dillard grew up in a household governed by the teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles, a conservative Christian organization led by Bill Gothard. The family's reality show, 19 Kids and Counting, showcased their strict beliefs, including courtship rules, modesty standards, and an emphasis on obedience. Jill, like her siblings, was expected to adhere to these rules without question. However, as Jill entered adulthood and married Derek Dillard, she began to see cracks in the seemingly perfect image of her family's lifestyle. She and Derek started questioning financial arrangements regarding the reality show, as well as their lack of personal autonomy. Over time, these concerns grew into a deeper realization that they needed to establish boundaries with her parents, particularly with her father, Jim Bob Duggar, who maintained strict control over family finances and decisions. Stepping away from the Duggar system, Jill and Derek eventually made the difficult decision to step away from the Duggar family's authority. This decision led to significant strain within the family, with Jill describing how her relationship with her parents became increasingly difficult. One of the major points of contention was the financial aspect of 19 Kids and Counting, and later Counting On. Jill claimed that she was never fairly compensated for her participation in the show, despite being a central figure. She recalled confronting her father about finances, only to be met with resistance. Stepping away also meant embracing a different lifestyle, one that was no longer dictated by the IBLP's strict teachings. Jill and Derek made choices that went against Duggar family traditions, such as using birth control and sending their children to public school. These decisions were met with disapproval from some family members and fans who believed they were straying from the values they were raised with. The release of Counting the Cost. When Jill announced her memoir, it was clear that the book would not shy away from the difficult realities of her upbringing. Counting the Cost delves into her experiences growing up in the Duggar household, the challenges of being in the public eye, and the emotional and psychological toll of breaking away. For many readers, the book was a revelation. It provided insight into what life was really like behind the scenes of the Duggar family's television empire. However, within the Duggar family itself, the reaction was mixed. While some siblings publicly distanced themselves from the book, Jill hinted that others secretly supported her but felt they couldn't say so out loud. "They have to be careful," she said, acknowledging that speaking out in her favor could put them in a difficult position with their parents and the broader Duggar network. The pressure to stay silent. Jill's revelation about secret sibling support highlights the immense pressure that still exists within the Duggar family. For many of her brothers and sisters, maintaining their relationship with their parents, and by extension, their place in the Duggar family system, is of utmost importance. Publicly supporting Jill could mean facing backlash from Jim Bob and Michelle, as well as the conservative circles they are part of. It could also mean being cut off financially or socially from the family. The Duggars operate as a close-knit unit, and dissent is often met with severe consequences. This kind of pressure is not uncommon in high-control religious groups. Families who adhere to strict fundamentalist beliefs often instill a strong sense of loyalty and obedience in their children, making it difficult for individuals to break away or question the system. The divided reactions within the Duggar family. While Jill did not name which siblings secretly support her, it is evident that reactions within the Duggar family have varied widely. Some siblings, like Jinger Duggar Vuolo, have publicly expressed a desire to move away from the IBLP's teachings, but have done so in a way that avoids direct criticism of their parents. Jinger's book, Becoming Free Indeed, focused on her personal faith journey rather than exposing family conflicts. On the other hand, siblings like Jedidiah and Jason Duggar have defended their parents and criticized Jill's decision to speak out. Some of Jill's siblings have remained silent on the matter, likely to avoid taking sides. Jessa Duggar-Seewald, once very close to Jill, has also avoided publicly addressing the book. Whether this silence indicates disapproval or a desire to maintain family harmony remains unclear. The impact of Jill's story. Despite the controversy, Jill's book has had a profound impact. Many readers, including former fundamentalists and survivors of high-control religious groups, have praised her courage in speaking out. Her story has sparked conversations about the effects of religious extremism, family dynamics, and the importance of personal autonomy. By sharing her experiences, Jill has given a voice to those who have struggled with similar issues but may have felt too afraid to speak up. She has also shown that it is possible to break free from an oppressive system and build a new life on one's own terms. What's next for Jill? Jill and Derek have expressed that their primary focus is on their family and continuing to live according to their own values. They have been vocal about the importance of therapy, healthy boundaries, and raising their children in a way that allows them to make their own choices. Jill has also hinted that she may continue to share her story in different ways, whether through social media, interviews, or further writing. As for her relationship with her family, it remains complicated. While some siblings may support her in secret, the public divide between Jill and her parents suggests that reconciliation may not come easily. For now, Jill is content knowing that she has spoken her truth, and that, despite the risks, some of her siblings are standing by her, even if they have to do so quietly.